Hey there, welcome to day 312 of our beyou 365 day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us and makes us a better version of ourselves. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, coming to you from the hallway of our hotel in Kearney, Missouri, I believe. Never been here before. Cute little town. I guess we came in the dark, so what do I know? But I'm looking out at the little strip mall out the window behind me. On my knees in the hall to try to be quiet for my daughter and granddaughter. So we're going to make this short and sweet. Today happens to be midterm election day in the United States. And so the topic that popped into my mind today is think for yourself. And that means, just like we talked about yesterday, doing our due diligence, doing our homework, looking into things and studying them and finding out what is right and what decision in all of our decisions is right for us. So I looked up, and I'm using my magnifying glass to hold my phone today, so I'm going to see if I can see the list, but I looked up 7 different ways to think for ourselves. And it's just a list from the internet, so take it with a grain of salt, but see if there's something like that we talked about yesterday, always be learning, that we can learn from this particular list, right? Maybe you won't take anything away. Maybe you're already doing all these things. Maybe you are 100% satisfied with your ability to think for yourself. But if not, I think it's like anything else. There's always room for improvement in each and every one of us in every area and aspect of our life. So how can we think for ourselves? What are some ways to think for ourselves? Number 1, untangle your mind. A lot of times when we're stressed out or doubtful or worried about something or thinking negatively, we are coloring all of our thoughts and all of our feelings with those emotions. And when we do that, we are more susceptible to other people's opinions and thoughts on things. And sometimes it's easier, let's be honest, a lot of times it's just easier to go along with the party and the people around us and the flow of information and the flow of things than to argue with it or to stand up for what we believe in, especially when it is counter to what other people believe in. But the truth is, we get to believe whatever we want, and we should be proud of that. I mean, I believe in morals and values and ethical behavior and doing what you say you're going to do and fidelity, etc. A lot of people don't believe in those things, so then we're not going to probably click or be compatible or ever have a relationship or work together. Number 2, I can't read this at all, so let's go to number 3. Examine your values. What's important to you is always going to help you to think for yourself. You want to make decisions and choices and have opinions and beliefs that are congruent and consistent with our core values, the things that are really important to us. We've talked about core values, I think, once a month for 9 months, and then I'm not sure, I don't know if we talked about core values last month or not. We may or may not have, but we've covered it a lot. So we always have to know what's important to us because that helps us make quicker, easier decisions. Be empathetic, cultivate an attitude and be empathetic and try to understand other people's point of views. Try to see other people's point of views. We don't have to agree with someone in order to have a different point of view, have a different perspective, and consider their perspective and try to understand, seek to understand why they think and believe the things that they believe. And then think for yourself and form your own opinion. Recognize your addictions to different things. Some of us are addicted to our cell phones and social media. Some of us are addicted to television. Some of us are addicted to chemical changes in our bodies and our brains. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It might be you're addicted to caffeine. I was totally addicted to caffeine for about 20 years. And it wasn't until I broke that addiction and got rid of the massive headaches that I realized that it was causing other challenges in my life, in the area of health, in the area of mental clarity and things. So consider those things. Develop a strong sense of yourself, right? Increase your confidence. The more confident we are, the more able we are to think for ourselves. Don't buckle under the pressure of other people's thoughts and opinions, right? We're inundated with so many messages every single day on every topic that you can even imagine. And it's up to us to filter out the things that aren't for us, aren't moving us toward what we want, and then let in the things that will, to make room for the things that will help us move toward what we want. Have a self-care plan. I think we've talked about this dozens of times this year already. Do you have a plan for taking care of yourself? Do you have some positive habits and routines that make you feel more confident, better about yourself, healthier, more energized, more energetic? The more energy we have, the easier it is to think for ourselves. So those are just a list, and I might have missed one I don't know. Doesn't matter. My knees are starting to hurt. I'm kneeling in the hall. Our action item today is just to share one area of your life that you think for yourself today. Do that, and I will be with you tomorrow with another No Nonsense November. This is No Nonsense November 8. Think for yourself. Have an awesome day.